I could have swore we said 7:30. Whatever. We're live.
So good.
It's
Hey, I was
40.
I was happy to see you out and about though, Patrick, for sure
Thank
though.
you, man.
It was happy to see you out there. The Springs was definitely missing your face out there in the world, man.
Thank you, man. It was a crazy day today. So we had our meet and greet this morning. That was nice, man. We had a lot of people that kind of stopped by. Got to meet a lot of different business owners, some newer faces in the different industries that I'm surrounded by. So that was really good to see. And Mindplay Heather did a really great job for that. So also, we've been talking about Design Your Life for a while, and just big shout out to Dorinda and Gary. They're just doing some really big things, and super happy to just be a part to be able to support and help them. I know that they talk about how they enjoy our podcasts and our lives and stuff like that as well. They're also the ones basically who took your design on the shirt and put it on the shirt. So, it's nice to be able to actually just hang out and connect with them and hopefully generate more business for them as well.
For sure.
So, but yeah, thank you for that, man. It feels good to be able to reconnect with people. And then, we did 2 lives today already, which is crazy. But it's good, man, to be able to just help out small local businesses, to be able to get out there in the food truck community, all those different things. So it felt like it was a much needed day, I think, because I haven't been canvassing in a very long time. So
Right. Is the family's good? Family's healthy?
yes, sir. Yeah, the quarantine was really precautionary for my mother-in-law because she's had a lot of symptoms and stuff like that, and yeah, clean bill of health here on all sides, and everybody's doing well. My wife started taking clients back again, so it's just good to be able to have everybody kind of get back to a little bit of normalcy, or whatever that word looks like for 2020 anyway.
Nice, good. Yeah, that's a fact.
Yeah. So, man, it was just crazy thing today, when we're just kind of talking to businesses, talking to and getting to know people in the food community. And what I love about that is just the collaboration effort that they have. It's a lot of things that, we've been trying to incorporate and build together. And so I love that that's kind of already instilled in that community. And I don't know if it's like that everywhere, but at least here in Colorado Springs. But, have you had any experiences kind of with the food truck community yourself, Patrick?
No, I haven't done it here. Back in Arizona, we have like the first Friday of every month in downtown Phoenix. They shut down pretty much the city the downtown area, and just a bunch of food trucks and people that do like art and everything like that. They kind of just set up, and it's just like a big old like event. It's like a big 10-block radius, north, south, east, and west of like just food trucks, people selling stuff, music. It's beautiful. So I haven't had a chance to do anything like that here yet, but I'm sure I will for sure down the road.
Yeah, I think it'll be a great community for you to connect with as well, with all of your design work and stuff like that. I think that that's going to be a good opportunity for you to kind of connect with people. I know today there was somebody that was actually looking for somebody to do maybe some logo work as well. So I know that I was able to get your name out there for that.
Appreciate it.
Of course, man. And really, that's kind of a good intro here to kind of talk a little bit about what you do.
Awesome. Yeah. Well, HypeDesigns do a little bit of anything that's graphical needed, logos, photo edits, photo retouching, anything to let's say you got a picture with your ex-mother-in-law, but you love the picture, but you want to remove her out the picture. So I can do that. Video editing, making trailers, promo videos. Like I said, anything that requires any type of graphic work, I'm your guy. I'm actually been studying on my own time, doing 3D graphics and 3D modeling as well to broadened my horizons. So now I'm working with trying to create 3D models and being able to put it out in, you know, real world stuff. So like I did a test run the other day. I found a model of the Batmobile, the Tumbler, the, you know, from the, you know, Batman movies, and was able to put it in the driveway. So I'm just kind of trying to step out and just keep moving and keep pushing. You know, like there's always something new that I can learn every day, and I'm just trying to improve myself every day for sure.
Yeah, man. And
I
go ahead. Go ahead.
I was gonna say, you know what? The one thing that really sticks out right there with what you're speaking on, Patrick, is you said you're in the process of studying. So you're going through the education piece to expand your knowledge base, but to put that into effect. And I think that's something
Absolutely.
that a lot of people have to realize, that you need to continue to grow. Because a lot of people, you'll hear the saying that a lot of people die at the age of 25 and then they die their second death at whenever they pass away, because
Right.
we end up saying, I already know everything, I don't need to learn anything else. So I think that's a powerful statement right there for what you're doing. And like, we look at your work here, and man, it's phenomenal here. And you've got the shirt that you designed. So shout out, like we said, design your life, but you did the logo work there for us. And like we were talking, that's probably one of our highest requested items when people are looking at merch with us. And then we got the Let's Go here. I know my mom said she wanted this on a long sleeve shirt. So it's just a beautiful thing to really see it stick out. And I know we've worked in, I've given you some crazy ideas. So I don't know how many other people you work with that are like, hey, let's try this. You're like, all right. So I don't know if I'm like the one that gives you off the wall shit that you're like, I don't know, but
Hey,
let's go.
like I said, it's all like I don't care if it's off the wall, if it's crazy, if it's like, you know, like it's in your head is jumbled and it's supposed to and it wants to come out jumbled because like I said, it's something new for me. Like I don't want to just stick to being like, well, nah, like I only do these type of logos or this type of design. Like I want it to be like, no, like give me what you got. I'm gonna learn from it. I'm gonna, you know, grow from it. You know, like I said, going back to that, you know, trying to learn that 3D modeling stuff, like my first trying to do it, you know, kind of just getting into it and running through it was that little alley scene I did for the Let's Go graffiti, you know. So like I was like, I'm just gonna try it out and just keep going. It actually turned out pretty good. But you know, I know some things I can get better at and do better at. But yeah, no, I like that. That's one of my favorite ones. That one you have right up there, Patrick.
Yeah, well, just kind of pulled up the album, man. I love what you're doing. This 30 days, right? Anytime that you're doing any sort of challenge, right? It's hard to be consistent, you know. But what it does is it gives you that time to kind of work on your craft, and you know, for us, um, I think that I made up for some of the days that I missed out on this daily lives. You know what I mean? So,
Yeah,
but no, what's awesome is just, you know, I love what you're doing. Like some of the pictures feel completely different from the originals. And I love that you're posting them daily and then also showcasing what the original picture looked like to go with it.
yeah. Because I just want to showcase that it's like, you know, you'd see this original image what it can get turned into. And like when I see the image, like I got like so many different things that like, oh, it could be this, it could be that, and just take it step by step. And yeah, like it's I ain't gonna lie, it's been tough trying to do one every day because, you know, like I said, I'm working too and then trying to find time to do that. There was one day like I think I posted it. I've been trying to post it like around 11 or 12. But one day, like I posted at like 6 because I was like, "Oh man, I gotta get this done." And I was so busy.
Sure.
But no, it's been a lot of fun. I've been noticing as every time I do one, I progressively have gotten better and better and better. And that's the whole purpose of this. Is like like you said earlier, Scott. It's like, you know, you got to keep doing stuff. You got to keep getting better. You can't just stick to the usual and just think outside the box. But like, I already got another challenge that I want to do after this one is done.
Nice.
It popped in my head. So what I'm going to do is the first 10 images I get, just 10 random images that people send me, I'm going to put all 10 of those images in one photo and try to make it all work together.
Oh, I like that.
Right. So I was sitting there, I was like, man, that'd be tough. But like, watch me get like, I got to put a boat in there, but there's like, and those are the only images that I can use. Like if I use something different, it'd probably just to be for a background. But all those images, like I have to put in there some way, somehow. And I think that's going to be a really tough challenge. And I think it's going to be a very interesting challenge to see that come out. And I'm going to try to give myself at least a week to do that, because it's like I got 10 random images I got to try to fit to make it look like they all belong together.
I like that, man. Now, are you showcasing the progress at all?
I just actually bought a better. I had the free version of the screen recorder. So I haven't done it with this one, but I know for sure on the challenge one, the next challenge I am going to do the progress. I know on my YouTube channel, I have some progress videos that I've done there that showcase. I go on my live and then show like step-by-step procedures. But I know for sure, I think this next challenge, I know for sure I'm going to record it and get it done. It's just like I've been doing these at work, sitting around, like, sure. I'll get up and help people. So I don't want to like, pause the video, get up and, get back to it. Like I just want, sure. I want to just flow naturally. So like, I think that's why, like, if I do this next one, I'll be able to have a little bit more time to do that.
Sure, that makes sense, man. I'm looking forward to it already. So,
that or do a time lapse type video.
Sure. Yeah, and I think that's kind of part of that too, right? Because then you can always kind of edit that too. So let's talk about kind of the pictures as we kind of go through them.
Yeah.
So, this one is one of your friends?
So this is my boy Pep. All right, his real name is Chantel Stansel. We both played at Columbia College. He's my point guard. This dude is just like, he's doing big things now. Like he's got his own training, basketball training, and he's worked with a lot of kids. He's done stuff with our very own Denver Nuggets player. What's his name? Michael.
Talk about Michael Porter.
That's it. Yeah, Michael Porter.
Okay.
Because he's from he's from the Missouri area, so he works with him.
I was going to ask if that was St. Louis there with the Arch.
He's from St. Louis. So like, and I know the love that he has for his city. So I wanted to kind of incorporate it, but I didn't want it just to be like him in front of the Arch or like the typical thing. I wanted to do like a double exposure where like the city's inside of him, where it gives that like, it's inside of him. It's his feel, the feel and the love of the city.
Yeah, that's awesome. I love that, man.
Yeah.
I like a lot of these ones, man. So just kind of walk us through some of these pictures as you see them.
Yeah. So this one, she sent me the picture. She's like holding on to a railing, the original one. And I'm like, okay, so I was sitting there thinking, I was like, what can I do? Maybe I can have her on like a stone wall or something. But I was like, she's got this ivy stuff. So no, I got to put her in a jungle of some type. And then I was like, so then I found I found a tree and some branch, and it kind of blended it together and was able to manipulate her arms and her hands to make it look like she's grabbing this branch and, put the waterfall, this jungle theme, and I was like, I gotta add like a cute little baby animal. Like that just sets up the whole picture,
Yeah.
And because you just brought up a cute baby animal, we want to give you a shout out, first time dad.
Yes.
So how are you doing with that? Being a first time father?
First time dad. I am nervous. I'm excited. I'm happy. I'm scared. I'm freaking out. I'm all the emotions, but everybody's been giving me good, just good feeling, telling me, that how good I am with kids already. I'm going to be an amazing dad. So it helps out. But in the back of my head, I'm like, you guys don't know what you're talking about. But the baby's doing good. Baby's, growing at the 87th percentile. He's a big boy. So please pray for.
Wow, I mean, right. So, and speaking of baby, right? Baby mama comes on. Brittany Edwards. Hi guys. Brittany, how you doing?
She's here. Yes, she's here.
Good.
She's in another room.
when you're looking at being a new father and those feelings that you have right now, and you look at what you're doing with Hype Designs, how does that kind of correlate together? Being a new father and running a business.
Oh man, I mean, like it's all like I said, it's all done. Will be done for him. You know what I'm saying? Like everything we do as parents, we do for our children. So obviously, when that little baby come out, I'm gonna be photo editing from him from the beginning. You know what I'm saying? So,
That'd
I
be
thought about trying to take a picture of Brittany laying down and then making it look like the alien scene where it's like the thing coming out. But I don't think she really approved of that too much. But
That's a secret hidden file that
right.
only you know about.
Well, what's gonna be
yeah,
cool is to see the process, right? And
yes,
what's like, and those are the things that like maybe it takes some time, but you'll have it for yourself. But
yeah,
more importantly, I mean, it's you being able to have that time to be able to combine all the things that you love, right? Your art, your family, and being able to kind of piece it all together and to have
yeah,
something to show for it. So I love that, man, that you're already thinking of that, and I think that those are the types of things and those type of memories that you're gonna have a really great time creating that, but also being able
yes.
to keep and remember those memories at the same time.
That's it. That's it.
Yeah, that's awesome. All right, let's go to day 3.
Day 3.
Oh,
Yeah. So
that
that is
I love this one too. Yeah.
yeah. So this one is with my friend Nicole. We've been friends since high school. That's her holding her baby, and of course the way that she's holding it, I'm thinking Lion King. All right.
Yes. Yes.
So I wanted to kind of capture that, but I also wanted to capture it in a more of a feminine type way, where it's just her and her baby out there. It's just her and it's just them two in the whole world. You know what I'm saying? So
Mhm.
I wanted to do that, and the background, even though it looks like one simple image, that's 4 separate images to make that
Oh,
landscape.
man.
Wow.
So and it's layered as 4. So you got the one on the bottom, just the kind of like second and third middle to the foothills and everything, and then the mountains, and then the clouds are different too. So and that's what I love doing is like the good thing about this is like I don't like taking just one image. I take multiple different ones because then it has its own uniqueness.
Right.
There's not a place in the world that has that spot. Like
Yeah,
you're not gonna be able to go travel and find that same spot.
I like that, man. Well, it
So we
makes it
got
completely unique.
because of the uniqueness piece, let's go ahead and give a shout out. I want to read off the commercial that we have for Jasper and Tabala.
Yes.
So a lot of what we're doing, especially today with all the freaking lives with the food stuff, especially the food truck, that was because of Jasper. And so as a sponsor, she's doing a lot more than what we would ever consider and whatnot. But what we got with Tabala is more than a food truck. It's an experience. Our chef sources with Colorado farmers to bring you creative cuisine that is ever changing and locally infused. Be sure to check out tabalacuisine.com to find our latest menu items and location. When you need creative comfort for your belly's soul, chase the taste of Tabala. So shout out to Jasper and
Shout
her
out.
trust, and she
Shout
wants to
out.
give you a shout out because when you guys first met, she's like, man, Patrick gives the best high fives. So
That's it.
you also
That's it.
have that skill with the high five.
I give out the best high fives, the best hugs. I'm a big old cuddly teddy bear.
I love that, man.
Yeah.
This one is cool. This one's really cool.
All right, yeah. So this one, like, this is my friend. We call him. His real name is Mike, but yeah, on his Facebook he goes by D'Angelo. Don't know why. But Mikey Wilkes, we played together with the Harlem Ambassadors before the Wizards. Funny, amazing type dude. He actually went back to school, college, graduated. I think first of his family.
Nice.
He has his own. He raps too, so he actually has a mixtape out and stuff. But the picture was him just standing like that up against, I guess, like the front of his apartment or something. And I really was just like, I don't know what to do here, man. Like, what am I gonna do? And then like just kind of just brainstorming, like, okay, well, he's leaning up on something. You know, he like the tiger, like is like his personality. Like he looks calm, but he can get pretty crazy too. Like he's a crazy dude. So I wanted to implement a tiger, but I don't know. Like I kind of just did something random, like kind of like a street type style feel for it, just because like say he's very street, and you know, just add an animal in there. You know, like I would say like his spirit animal, I guess.
I like that. You know what I like? What I'm noticing too is like a lot of like on the backgrounds is just the style, and you're paid attention to some of the little details. You know, like the moon being covered up here, and it's not like a perfect covering, right?
Yeah,
And the street light, you know, how it's kind of flickering, so it's like super bright up here, and it's hitting that side of here. You know, that's definitely
yeah.
those big details that maybe somebody just at first glance may not notice. But I'm loving like the way that you integrate that background and that foreground into that all together, man.
Yeah, because I want like I mean this wasn't my best one. I feel like I think this one I kind of rushed it, so it doesn't feel like it's a like he's kind of like it's kind of like something was photoshopped or right in place. But yeah, like I always try to focus, and you'll notice on everything. Like I try to focus on highlights. Where's the light source coming from? So like on this one, you got the orange from the light from the light post. You got the moon glow. So he's got two different light sources coming from. So I want to make sure I capture that. I also always try to capture like depth of field. So when things are farther back, they're blurry. If something's a little bit up closer, it's going to be blurry and stuff too. So like I want to make it try to feel as realistic as possible if I can.
Yeah.
Shadows are everything. And like a lot of this too, like you think it might just be, like I said, 5 or 6 layers. But like if you go through my whole project, there's like at least 40 or 50 different layers with different color corrections, hues and saturation changes. Like it's a bunch of stuff just to make one piece. So it's not, that's why like when people are like, man, why am I paying $60, $80 to do this? I'm like, because you get great work. I'm not just putting photos here and there, you know, like it's, I wanted to feel real. Like the dude's actually there. There's an actual tiger just chilling behind them, you know? So I just try to make it as real as possible.
Yeah, 100%, man. It looks great, man.
Yeah.
I just love the little details on those things. You know, today I was talking with Gary Vanderpool about just Bob Ross, you know, and he had made a shirt that says Bob Ross is dope. And you know, a lot of people don't realize, you know, that Bob Ross never got paid for the time that he was on PBS, but he was also one of the very first original streamers for Twitch back when they were called Justin.tv.
Okay.
And so he would literally he would go on from the studio to going to Justin.tv and showcasing all his stuff, and never really advertised, never really sold any of the stuff. Did a lot of giveaways for his painting just because that's what he loved. But and you know, I knew a guy that basically his introduction to Twitch was he went to somebody else's channel, and this guy got raided by Bob Ross, and there was like 10,000 people in there. But you look at all the stuff and all that time that he spent just doing what he did, and man, now if you could come across a Bob Ross painting, you're probably going to find it maybe at an estate sale or something like that. But man, to be able to have something like that, and what does that go for now? You know what I mean?
Right. And that's what somebody asked me that too the other day. They're like, man, you're doing 30 free photos, man. Like, you crazy. Like, you should at least charge at least a couple dollars. I was like, well, no, like, it's a challenge. Like, to me, like, I love, you know, money. Money is great, but money's not everything. You know, right? The love, the passion that you have towards something, and the amount of love and passion you put into your work will show for it. And then at the end of the day, when people see that passion, they see that love, then other stuff comes with it. This is just a show, like I said, showcase my talent. I don't care, you know, about the money or whatnot, you know, because all that's going to come, you know, later down the road. And the one thing that I will always live by, money, material things, is something that you cannot take with you to the grave.
100%.
So
this one was awesome. Every kid's dream, right?
That's it. So this is from one of my good friends, Miranda Smith. We actually met at a Wizards game. She's a big Harlem Wizards supporter and fan. She goes to every show and shows some love. And this is her daughter. And this was her Halloween picture but it didn't have the cape, so I had to try to find one and make one and put it in there. So because obviously Batman has a cape, you don't just go around with no cape.
Right.
But yeah, just wanted to give it that Batman feel, make her feel like she's Batman, because it's one of her favorite characters.
That's cool. Yeah, and just the way that she was positioned to be able to stand on the ledge like that, man, that's awesome.
Yeah.
Oh man, looking at this one versus seeing the original, man, like it's crazy to see how you're able to do some of that stuff.
Yeah. So like the original one of this, again, this is a friend of mine, a sister of some friends of mine. She had messaged me, like I said, like shortly after I put it up, and she's like, "Hey, I love cheetahs. Can you implement that?" And somehow, and I said, "Cool. Let me see the picture." The pictures were great, but very dark, and so it was like I was like, I can't do something dark because I want everything to feel kind of open and live, especially cheetahs. You can't, they're beautiful when they're out in light and stuff. They're not, seeing them at night, it's just not good. So it took a lot of color corrections, highlighting, and everything like that just to be able to bring her out. And I was able to do it. And then again, just trying to make everything feel realistic with the lighting, adding the light source in there. And then again, this background is like 4 different images with the grass, the clouds, the mountains, the foothills. I added the tree in front of it again to give it some depth. Again, like when things are closer, they're blurrier than what you're trying to focus on. Things in the background tend to get blurry too, because if you don't blur that, you don't pay that kind of close attention to detail.
Sure.
Then again, it just seems like it's just like I just like copied and pasted it into something, So I definitely try to pay as much attention to detail as I can.
Definitely, and I feel like that the tree is just such a nice touch to the whole photo.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because you could have left it open, but just that little bit of a detail of that tree really just all of a sudden just kind of like closes the whole thing. You know what I mean?
Exactly. Everything has a purpose. Like you said, like having that tree there encloses it and keeps your focal attention, because the way that it's angled, the way that it's positioned, pushes you right back into the middle of the picture. And then like having the mountain where it is going up, you kind of follow it, but then it follows your eyes right back to the tree to put you right back to the focal point.
Yeah.
And then of course you got to add the baby animal next to it. So the baby animals make everything.
Well, the other thing that I don't know if you saw her comment on this picture, Patrick, but what really resonated was she was ecstatic because that jacket, I believe she said that was her dad's jacket. And so she was ecstatic with you adding that touch in there, I believe, if I remember.
Yeah.
That's awesome. Man, it's crazy like how a lot of times just something small like that, to be able to see it and capture it and still encompass all that, can make a big difference. So that's incredible, man.
Yeah.
This one, obviously, we know this guy.
That's it.
Dr. Garrett Goggins. Big shout out to him as well. But man, the original and then to what this came out with, I was like, that's awesome.
Yeah. So like just like it says in the caption there, like I had no idea, because I mean it's just a simple picture, like it's just the guy standing there, like there's no like action pose, there's no like nothing going on, it's like he's like, I'm just a nice guy, so I want to make him feel like he's a nice guy. So and
I look at it a couple of different ways, because I'm like, man, we could easily just throw on a hat and a whip and make him into Indiana Jones off this picture, right?
I like it.
But also at the same time, like, if you know Garrett, right, and just the background, I mean, this fits his personality right here, because he is a person who's just really big into inspiring and helping others and everything. So the background, the colors, everything just fits him perfectly.
Yeah. So like I mean, like I might have to bring you in on my next challenge to do, man, if I need help. That was good. But no, like, because he did message, when he mentioned me, he's like, hey, I'm gonna, I hope this helps for your challenge. If you can kind of implement something as far as like with his, like his motivational speaking and like trying to inspire people. And that's why like I put the light behind him because he's that light. You know, he's that light. He's that shining light.
Yeah, I like it, man. That's awesome. Oh yeah, this one was dope. This one gave me like the Madden vibes, man.
That's it. So yeah, so Samantha Hamilton, we actually went to school in elementary school, so that's years ago. And so she wanted a picture with her son, but the first picture she sent me was, I think, like a screenshot of like a whole team picture. And like I was gonna do it because I was like, obviously I'm gonna do whatever picture I get, and I'm just gonna do it. But the problem with it is, like, when I scrolled in to try to, because I was gonna select everything, it was just too grainy. So she found a different picture of just them three. Like, I guess these guys are like really good friends, and I wanted to do something a little different than my usual sports edit. So I wanted to make it look like they're just taking a picture in front of like all these lights. And I think it came out pretty well. I was actually pretty happy with this one.
Yeah, when I saw this one, I was like, man, it was a lot of different things, but I was like, this fits perfectly with the way that like Madden, the way the NFL is doing stuff right now. You know what I mean? So I thought it hit perfectly.
Yeah.
Obviously, you saw me comment on this one.
Yeah. So this is my cousin Mike. All right. And then when he sent me this picture, I was like, Mike, why are you sending me? Put a shirt on, man. Nobody wants to see your chest assist on my stuff. You know what I'm saying? So the original picture is him holding onto a pumpkin, which he actually on his page, he actually smashed this pumpkin with his hands. Like, he just crushed it with his hands. So I got the picture from that, and I don't know. I was just sitting there thinking. I was like, so again, there's so many different things you can do with this. He can be holding a crystal ball. He can be holding a globe in his hands. I was like, you know what? I haven't done like a Sub-Zero Mortal Kombat thing in a long time. I was like, so let me go ahead and do this. And again, took a lot of different color corrections and trying to make that little ice ball, trying to make the snowflakes come in. I tried to blur out snow coming from the fireball, again, blurring it out so it has like that motion, that feel for it, putting the Mortal Kombat logo behind it. But again, like I want it to feel real, like, so that the only light source is coming from that. So there's no other lights coming in. There's not a whole light behind them. You can kind of see the shadows around him from the light coming from front of him and in the back. I had a lot of fun with this one. This was a lot of fun to do.
Yeah. And I saw that, I was like, instantly Sub-Zero.
That's it.
This one, yes. I think this one got a lot of buzz too, I remember.
It did. I was actually surprised. I liked it, but I wasn't a big fan of it. But this one, like, the original picture was him like holding on to monkey bars at a playground. And my original thought was, okay, so I'm gonna try to do something Tarzan-like and whatnot. And as I kept working on the background and everything like that, I was like, you know what? I think it'd be dope if he was like holding on for dear life against something, and found like this crocodile shooting up in the air like that, and so yeah, again, same thing, like putting the tree in front to give it some depth, to keep it focused right there. But yeah, this original image is like 12 different images in there.
I feel like that you just put on some huge red letters and just write Jumanji. You know what I mean? And people will be like, whoa, there's a new one coming? That's crazy.
That's it.
You know what's funny though? Let me just go back to it real quick, because I know that you said that you you felt like that maybe this one wasn't your favorite to work on or to do, but oddly enough, this is the one that, at least through the previous ones that we posted up, I think that this one got a lot of the buzz. And it, that artist mentality, right? We're always our biggest critics. And oftentimes, we talk about the way that we feel rather than just letting people tell us their experiences, right? And it makes a huge difference. but it's so funny to say that like you were like, oh man, this one was the one that maybe I struggled with, and other people are like, what are you talking about? That was like my favorite one.
Right.
So, all right. So, oh
All right.
yeah, this one is awesome too.
Yeah, so this is my cousin Ann. She sent me the picture, and again, this picture, the original one, it was so bright. Like it was a bright day. And I had to dim it down a little bit, but at least I was able to see where I can start doing the light source from. She loves this bike, but the original picture, half of the tire in front of the wheel was cut off. The back end of it was cut off where the light was.
Mm-hmm.
So I actually had to recreate and find different parts of bikes to try to match that. So there's like
Wow.
there's like 4 different pictures just in the front part of that bike, just so I can be able to round it out and make it kind of fit, all together. And then the hardest part about doing stuff like that is the glass. You have to like individually have to cut it out and do some different blend modes just to get it to clear out, because the original picture there was leaves and trees behind it. So if I left it in there, it wouldn't have fit in. So I actually kind of had to recreate the whole screen there.
Yeah, that's awesome. I love the birds in the background. That's a nice touch.
Yeah.
Oh, this one was, yeah, man. This was like, it felt like, I know that you said that it felt so simple, but again, just a little simple picture. I mean, this is something that, again, I would see. I used to read a lot of Sports Illustrated as a kid.
Yeah.
So it definitely reminded me of like Coach K pictures and those guys that I used to watch growing up.
Yeah. So this guy, Brett Bircher, he's the son of the coach at Columbia College, which was my coach. Brett Bircher was actually the one that he got me recruited to go to Columbia College. So he actually was a coach. I don't know if he's doing it now, but he was a coach for the G League team, the Naz Suns, which is for
nice.
the Phoenix Suns.
Yeah.
So I wanted to kind of just give him that coach feel, that coach vibe. I was originally planning on doing like a Coach Carter type like movie cover for it, but nothing was really working out for me. So I kind of just went back to just keeping it simple, but like just making it feel powerful.
I like it, man. Yeah, like I said, simple, but sometimes the simple stuff is always best.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't know if I saw this one. That's cool.
Yes, again, something just simple, like it's, another person, Vanessa, we've been friends since 2009, 2010, first in her family to graduate college. So, she's a star. She's shining bright, so I wanted to implement bright stars and shining and make her just feel like, just as awesome as it is of what she accomplished. So that's what I just try to do. Again, it's just simple, but it's powerful. It's impactful,
Mm-hmm.
This is my favorite one so far.
This is awesome, man. How many images on this one?
There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9 with the birds.
Okay.
So
goodness.
Yeah. So again, like I wanted like just it's a little girl and her pet. Like it's gotta be magical. It's gotta be, it's gotta look good. So I was like, I can't mess this up. And I knew from the beginning, like I wanted her to be looking over her little castle. So I had to put a castle in there. Just again, and also just the mood, the lighting that I put in there, the mood lighting is what makes it, I could have kept it like more bluish and bright, but like having it kind of have like that tone, like a tannish tone to it, just sets a mood for it. And it's just like, to me, it's just peaceful. Like this is one of my favorite ones so far.
Yeah, no, I love that, man. And that what I don't think that maybe people realize, man, but you're just like a master of putting the contrast of colors in there to make it pop so well. Mm-hmm. So that green on the grass, like it looks so freshly cut, and so it kind of gives you like when you're initially looking at it, whereas like, but you also have kind of like that mom reaction. It's like, oh my gosh, she's too close. But what a beautiful view. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no parent's gonna let their kid or dog be that close to a cliff. That's for sure.
Yeah, you know, and then just the way that it's.
Well, when you look at this, I was gonna say when you look at this could potentially be like a cover of a book too, like a kid's book.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean, it could be like, I don't know, like the next Harry Potter series or something like that. You know what I mean?
And I did definitely want it to have like a Disney feel to it. So I mean, that's the actual Disney castle that I put into it too. So
Nice.
yeah, I love this one. My favorite ones.
Yeah, that's all, man. Like you said, you know, as we progress into the days, they keep getting better and better for sure.
Yeah. So, and this one right here is my friend Raven, my friend Misty. Both we met them at Columbia College. Both wonderful human beings. You know, just great people. And I wanted to showcase their love for each other. You know, that no matter even if it's, you know, stormy on the outside, there's always love on the inside.
I like that.
Yeah.
Oh man, this one, yeah.
Yeah, and the thing is, like, I got two more in my challenges of people that have passed away, and it's always so hard to do because it's like I want to make sure that I do it right, you know, and like I want to make sure that they see, you know, give it that feel of like, you know, that man, that's really how they are right now, like they're out there, you know, and the original picture. You know, it was him standing in the kitchen, but he kind of had like he wasn't smiling. He didn't look happy. So I was able to, with wonderful filters of Photoshop 2021 this year, which I've been like just messing around with. They have these things called neural filters. So it finds the face. You can actually put smart filters in there where you can actually control the happiness, the anger, the tilt of the head, where the eye placement is. So I wanted to make him smile, like, you know, hey, like, I know, like, I'm not here anymore, but I'm happy because, you know,
okay. Yeah.
I'm okay. And his mom, Tammy Scott, oh man, like she messaged me shortly after, and you could just see how, like, you know, happy she was and stuff. And I told her, I was like, you know, I know, like, the original image didn't have him smiling, but I felt like having him smile would mean more. And she's like, I couldn't agree with you more. And she's like, it's crazy. Like, that's usually how he smiled too, and how you were able to capture that. And I was like, hey, that was Adobe. I had nothing to do with that one.
That's awesome though, you know, and look at the incredible technology that we've come through, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Man, that's awesome. Oh yeah, I think everybody loved this one, the Dr. Dolittle.
And that's really what it is. So funny story about this guy. So his name is Nick Anderson. His wife, McKenna Anderson, was one to send me like 2-3 different pictures to try to use. So we were trick-or-treating around our neighborhood, and me being who I am, goofy, outspoken, you know, always talking to everybody, having fun, having a blast, because that's what life is all about. She messaged me because I put the challenge on our little neighborhood Facebook page and said, like, hey, I'm doing a challenge. Can y'all help me out? Blah, blah, blah. She's like, hey, like, I hope this helps. I just want to let you know we were trick-or-treating. You were very nice to my kids. You made my husband laugh and blah, blah, blah. And, you know, can you do something for me? And I was like, sure. And she told me about, he actually owns this company called Anderson Wildlife where they rescue wildlife.
Oh, wow.
So, and they're like, yeah, we rescue foxes, skunks, raccoons, beavers, mice, squirrels, snakes, spiders. One thing I told her, I was like, well, I try to put everything I can there, but I will not look up a spider picture because I'm terrified of spiders. So that will not be in there. But I try to implement as much as I could of like all the wildlife that he did. And the part that I wanted to make it look like you said, Dr. Dolittle, that the animals are paying attention to him, like he's speaking to them. So like trying to find the right images. And again, the raccoon is two different raccoon images because of that. Like I couldn't find one of a raccoon that was looking right up, so I had to use two different ones. The fox is two different ones. I think that was the only two. Like, so I found the skunk, the beaver, the mouse. They were looking up, so those worked out. But I had to try to find different pictures of to try to blend it in together. And that's always the tough part. And that's why, going back to when people are like, man, why you charge so much, is because I pay attention to detail. I want it to feel real. I want it to, and I put a lot of work into it. And this one right here, I think is like 25 different images in this picture.
Yeah. I mean, it speaks for itself. I honestly would not be surprised if they came back to you and be like, hey, how much for me to buy this image to use that as part of our marketing, right? Because
that's it.
That's incredible. And again, as soon as I saw it, I was like, wow, that's awesome.
Yeah.
Who doesn't love the little creatures and pets? So go ahead.
Yeah.
The other thing, though, that you're talking about too, Patrick, is that you had talked and heard what they do. And so I think that's something with the way we've worked with you. You actually do take the time and really, really get to the details and make sure that everything is fitting the idea that people are looking to achieve, which I think that's a very unique and a very special thing about you as a graphic designer here. And with what you do with the company is taking that opportunity, really asking questions. And so that speaks volumes to like the work that you put out and what people receive. So anybody that's watching this live or on the replay, if you work with Patrick will really, really make sure that your idea is brought to life, and what you're seeing here, it speaks volumes to what he does.
That's my cousin Brenda.
Hey, Brenda, welcome. Thanks for tuning in.
She was the one with the kid getting ready eaten by the crocodile. That's her kid.
Oh, okay. Nice. Yeah. Yeah, and you're right. I definitely want to echo on that, and piggyback off that, because where you find, I think a lot of success and a lot of relationships that are successful is because people take that time to invest and get to know who you are, what your vision is, and sometimes that's hard to do. But yeah, I mean, that's why, even though like the logo piece we didn't come back to, but we automatically knew, we're like, man, this is the guy that we want to also work with, for future stuff, because we saw the passion behind it, and then you were like, I'm on board regardless if business translates or not, because I believe in what you guys are doing, so it just makes it so easy. And so, we didn't intend for tonight to really be about like showcasing your business, but we have no problem doing so, because I mean, you're just so talented, and hopefully this inspires other people to maybe do some more challenges and showcase, maybe their art, or, work on some of the things that they're doing. And I think this was today's, right?
That's today's. That was today. This one was fun to do too. Like, so this is my friend Sandra. Me and her, we met through the Harlem Wizards. Just a wonderful woman. She's sent me a picture of her daughter, and she's awesome too. Like, she always asks, her like, hey, have you talked to the artist lately? Have you talked to the artist? Because that's my stage name. And so they're like, yeah, he's working on this picture for you. So she really loves this type of dinosaur, Bronchiosaurus or Aspesaurus or whatever. I think there's like two different names for it. So obviously I wanted to give it a Jurassic Park feel. And I feel like I kind of captured that. It was a lot of fun working with it. Again, this one was kind of tough to do because trying to find the right placement for stuff. Some of her feet was cut off, so I was like, let me just put this tree. But the trees, when you put them in there, like you said, it all fits. Not only just for it to hide, maybe an imperfection, but it also kind of just adds more to it.
Yeah, no, and that's a master skill level, right? A lot of artists do oftentimes maybe a fade or try and just
blur it out.
Yeah, exactly. So for you to be able to kind of utilize it, this is cool, man. Like, I'm super excited to see what the rest of the challenge looks like, and again, I know that sometimes it can be hard or difficult to keep on doing that, but hopefully, taking this time, going through it, And just looking at the different stories that you have from that, in just the last 18 days already, man, how many people have you impacted already with your art and your skills? So hopefully that's enough inspiration for you to be able to press on and finish very strongly with the rest of it.
Yeah,
But I
and
love that, man.
yeah, and I wanted to definitely make everything feel different. Like I don't want it to feel like, oh, that one kind of had the same look and same style as the last one. So I want every challenge, every one I do is gonna have a different story, a different feel, a different mood. Again, because I don't want it all to feel the same. So, and that's what makes it even tougher because it's like, see, I can't do that one because I did it for that one. So I got to come up with a different one. But yeah, so 18 days down. What is it? 12 more days left to go. I'm excited. So the next one I'm putting out tomorrow is this wonderful lady. Her name is Heather, and it's a picture of her and her husband. I guess they had went and got some photo shots done, and it's beautiful, and I hope that it expands out to show maybe bringing some more of like people that have like their couple pictures or like their wedding pictures and stuff, and being able to showcase that. And I'm excited to put that one out tomorrow.
Well, before we get too excited about tomorrow, let's share this picture from today, man. This one, I loved it.
Yeah.
I love the message behind it. But I think this is like shows so many different elements from who you are. You know what I mean? Like between not only the picture, but the message that you wrote behind it. And so very fewly or so often maybe we're disappointed by people, but yet also so often are we inspired by people. And so to wake up to this picture, to this message, man, that really inspired me to go after it today. And again, it's not every time that we get a chance to really kind of highlight and get time like this to be able to really focus on people that are inspiring us. So I just wanted to let you know that this really blessed me today, man.
Hey, well, I appreciate it. No, like, and that's I have usually always do at least a daily motivational message. I kind of stepped away from it from a while, and a lot of these motivational messages either come to me like in the morning or like I'll do it at night. But this one, like I woke up and saw this message somewhere else. I wanted just to share it with people because it does impact. It does kind of hit at home, like, and it kind of just like it says, like, you have issues. You have, everybody has issues. Everybody has problems. And the one thing that they always want to do is go talk to somebody else about it. And that person might not be the greatest person to talk to. And then after you get done talking to them, you're like, well, that kind of didn't really help out my mood. They kind of told me, yeah, you should be upset about that. Yeah, you should. This should happen like that. And it's like, no, like, I mean, that could be a good way to handle it, but there's always, the thing with me is like, there's always different ways of handling something. And, maybe there's not a whole lot of spiritual people in the world, but like we did when me and you had that one-on-one not too long ago, Patrick, when it was about, me being homeless and whatnot. Like, I found my spiritual place, like I didn't have a strong, spiritual belief before, but like, well, from my situation that I got to where I am now, like I definitely have a strong belief that when you ever have an issue, like don't go talk to people about it. Like spend some time just to talk to the man above. He might not answer you right away, and you might not see, your problems fixed right away, but he's listening and he'll heal you at the time that he feels that is right for you. And people are always like, oh man, like I'm still struggling with this. God doesn't have my back. Nobody has my back. It's like, no, we don't really know what we truly want. Okay. We might have an idea of what we want. We have an idea of how we're supposed to live, but our stuff is already scripted. It's just, we gotta be patient. We gotta trust it and just go with it. Even like the Safugi, yeah, take that scripted part out, but trust the situation that you're in and get through it.
Yes.
Like it's just like you can sit there and have your head down and be hurt, be mad at the world and be mad at stuff, or you can pick yourself up, have a smile on your face and get through the day.
Let's go.
That's it.
Let's go.
I think the thing we got to understand though too is these challenging times really you've got to embrace those because that's where the growth comes into play. I don't know if a lot of people understand, but go look at bamboo. Bamboo takes between 3 to 5 years for it to break ground. And then once it breaks ground, it's about 6 weeks to 90 days. It shoots up to 80 feet in the air. So think about it. It took 3 to 5 years for it to break ground. And so that's where people really don't understand the aspect of challenges and what challenges are really there for. And so you've got to embrace the challenges and understand that's the only way you're going to grow. And you've got to celebrate those challenges, even though that's really crazy to think. And you're like, why do I want to celebrate my challenges? No, because that's the progression and growth piece. So.
Yeah, and it's that consistency, that persistency that's also allowing you to sow into yourself, right? To be able to give yourself opportunity to really perfect yourself and fix, those places that maybe you're struggling, and so it allows you to really zero in and focus on that. I think Flip Aguilera talks about how, addressing the pain head on, as a wellness coach, right?
Yeah.
So how often are we just dealing with the pain and just saying, oh, I'll just take some Tylenol today versus turning around and saying, what is the real issue? Because if we're stacking all these different things on top of it, you're not going to be able to fix that, until you address it head on. So kind of the same process, as you're going through and, it's so easy for us to turn around and take a look at stuff and say, oh, well, this sucked or that person sucked, that person pissed me off, whatever, all these different things. But ultimately, no matter what situation you've ever been in, 100% of the time, there's always been one thing that's always been there, which is yourself. And once you realize, like, dang, maybe part of that was on me, right? Maybe I could have done better. Then you allow yourself to really start to address that and fix that and move forward.
Right. Like and the thing that gets me sometimes is like everybody's always looking for excuse to blame other people of like why I'm feeling this way.
Right.
And it's like the funny thing about it is you got self-esteem. Again, that's yourself. Self-motivation, that's yourself. So it's like you're always looking for excuses of why other people are doing this to you, but you control yourself. Nobody else controls you. You know what I'm saying? Like, so like if like, oh, this person made me mad today. No, you made yourself mad today. You could have easily just been like, okay, I'm glad, I appreciate what you said. Have a wonderful day. Oh, this person said this about me. Now I'm mad. Well, is it what they said about you true? No, but again, then who cares? You can't take words with you to the grave. You don't take nothing with you to the grave. The only thing you can take with you to the grave is the way that you impact people and you leave a mark on this world.
Yes, 100%. What I tell my employees all the time, the only thing that you cannot fix is the way that people feel when they walk away from you.
Facts.
So,
Facts.
So I want to do a.
Thanks, man.
I want to do a reaction vid real quick here.
Oh, load me up. Hold on now. I wasn't ready for that now.
Well, I want you to hear this new intro that we actually had. So one of my employees named Jared created this intro. And I just want to kind of hear your thoughts and responses. So let me see what I need to do to get this loaded up. Hopefully it doesn't just automatically play. Yep.
Well, if it does, whatever, repeat. Put it on loop.
Right. But I got to make sure that it can listen to. So let's see here.
On the fly, let's go.
All right.
And bring up the one that Patrick did for the Let's Go, the graffiti.
Okay. Hold on. All right. You ready?
I'm ready.
The suspense.
I don't know.
Can you guys hear it?
A little bit, yeah.
Yeah, turn it up. You gotta bring it up, man.
I don't know how I can. That's on max level. It's like blowing my ears out over here.
StreamYard has got to let you play an outro.
Mm-hmm.
It's like playing through the speakers on your phone.
Let me see. Hold on.
I got. Hold on here.
In the meantime, during this, people, please shout out or please stop, take a time, and go to Tabala Mexican Cuisine.
Yes,
They're
sir.
wonderful. They're delicious. They're great. And I don't have a script for that. Like you said, we don't do nothing scripted here. So Tabala Mexican Cuisine, delicious food, wonderful people. Go out there, get yourself some Mexican food, and have a great and wonderful, blessed day. Well, it's evening now.
There you
So,
go. I love that.
yeah.
You know,
Did
I
you
don't
get
know how
it?
we can do audio. I don't know how we can do the audio piece. So
Hold on here. Hold on.
you just gonna blast it?
Yep.
Oh, there you go.
Hold on. I gotta go back.
Let's go talk about it. Something you know. Talk about it. You go. Let's go talk about it. Or your soul. Let's go talk about it. Talk about it. Talk if it's growth, let's go talk about it. Something you know. Let's go talk about it. Talk about it. You go. Let's go talk about it. Talk about it. Or your soul. Let's go talk about it. Talk about it. Let's go.
Powerful. That's it was a little, I think it was a little bit too loud on my end, so I couldn't really quite hear. But I heard the "let's go" at the end is tough. So.
Yeah, I'll send it to you directly so you can just check it out and listen to it. We just got it like yesterday, I think, or a few days ago. But yeah, man, we're excited, man. Just so many different collaborations, right?
Yeah.
So many people that we're able to kind of just connect with, you know, and that's really where we're loving a lot of this stuff. Let me pull up the other unveiling of some of the things that we talked about. Scott,
should be in the chat group.
Okay, I'm gonna have to scroll back a bit.
Just pull it up on the screen.
Right.
Gotta love it. So with everything that you've done, Patrick, with like your vision for HypeDesigns, what is the biggest project that you would like to see come to fruition in the next 5 years for what you're doing?
I think the next thing for me, really, like I said, is just continuing to grow. As far as project goes, I have opened up a Etsy shop, and so my goal for that is obviously to bring in some more business that way, and just try to make just kind of expand that way, and then hopefully I want to invest in printing. I want to invest in cameras. I want to invest, there's a lot of the stuff I want to invest in that I feel like might definitely help out HypeDesigns, especially like if I can get a good camera and then be able to do my own pictures and put in a package together, like with like sports or something, going around to the nearest like the schools and stuff, saying, hey, like I could take your team pictures or individual pictures and take this and turn it into that, and just kind of like go kind of just branch out and go from there. Like, because I've done stuff for the Wizards, I've done stuff for Columbia College, so I feel like I can definitely do stuff for other local schools around, and give them just good product, like just something that's more, I guess more modern now, instead of it being like the typical like old school 90s picture where you got your face and you got the little lights and gradient background for the the team pictures and stuff. Like, there's people making mad money off of that. And I'm like, man, I can give you something 10 times better, but it is what it is. But yeah, my biggest project is like, hopefully this Etsy kind of just, blows up a little bit, which would be great. And then hopefully like some of my other investments will kind of fall into play later on.
I don't know why I didn't think of this earlier. But do not let me forget about this here. I'm going to connect you with a girl on Twitch that I know that does all the social media stuff for the Houston Rockets.
Okay.
because I want her to see some of your stuff, and maybe she's open to maybe doing some collaboration or allowing you to maybe do some of the stuff.
That'd be dope. That'd
Yeah.
be dope. Like I said, I made that one picture for Reggie Miller, and like he actually liked it, you know, on my Instagram page. And I was like, yo, that's dope. Like,
Yeah.
now
So-
Reggie, take that picture, show your people, and give me a job, man.
Yeah. So, but yeah, I don't know why. You know, I guess because I've been away from Twitch for so long. But there was a girl that I was in affiliation with at one point, and she, man, that's what she did full time for her day job, and then she would stream at nighttime because she enjoyed it.
Yeah.
You know, so again, just maybe making a connection and just seeing if there's anything there. I'd be happy to do that for you.
Hey, yeah, appreciate you. Anything else, man? You know me.
So, yeah, anything we can do to kind of help you get going here. And dude, we're excited about this. You know, I know it's just a shortened version of the clip or whatever, but this is dope because we just want to use this and to go with the audio clip now that you've heard it. I think it's going to pair up really nicely.
Yeah.
So, and we haven't unveiled this before. I know that we've talked about it for a month now, I think.
It's on the Instagram page because Patrick had tagged it, so it's on there. But we haven't shown this one.
Yeah, that's so dope, man. Like, just I think when you put this on there and in the chat, I think I probably left it on and just watched it like 7 times in a row. Like it just hits everything, and just to hear like the music that's gonna go with it on the intro and put it all together, man. Like, I'm excited.
Yeah, and like this was again like me just working with trying to get better with the 3D modeling, you know, like taking your guys' logo, turn it into a 3D model, and then coming with the animation with it, and then doing the post-production work with my video editing software just to kind of make everything pop. And you know, yeah, like it was a lot of fun. Like, and I know things that I can probably I know like things that I'm improving with that as time goes on, but like it was just fun like working with and doing just a little something small and simple.
Yeah, absolutely. So we got pod decks. This is always.
Let me go ahead and start grabbing this.
So fair warning, if you guys are watching it at this point, this is always like the turning point of the channel because these pod decks all of a sudden take this awesome, beautiful conversation that we've had, and then all of a sudden we end up talking about like coffee enemas and the sunning community, just kind of random stuff that ends up here. So fair warning.
That's it. Unscripted.
Yes, exactly.
Let me see what we got going on here, because I think this was perfect in regards with expecting your child on its way. So let me find this one here. So
you guys have a name?
Let's see here.
Yeah, it's gonna be Patric Massey Jr.
Okay, nice.
Yeah. Bernie's still having a tough time with that, but
hey, Patrick is a beautiful name.
Thank you, right? Right?
It's the best name in the world.
With or without a K, it works.
Exactly.
All right, so
that's all right.
If you or your partner were pregnant, so you guys are already here, so where would be the worst place to go into labor?
Worst place to go into labor. Well, I know for her, she said like it would be dreadful if like since it being in March too, with it being one of the snowiest seasons in Colorado Springs, being stuck in your car in a blizzard would probably be pretty bad. I would probably say maybe at like your what was I trying to say? Your godson's christening.
Oh. Yeah, that could be
or somebody's christening or something. You know what I'm saying? Like here they are trying to be all spiritual, and then all of a sudden, like boom, baby on the way. Let's get it.
I feel like that could be a Tyler Perry movie.
Probably. Let's get him on the phone. Let's make some money while we're at it.
Oh man, what do you think, Scott? What do you think could be like the worst place to have a baby?
I would say probably if you're taking a flight and you're stuck 30,000 feet in the air and you're on the plane, I think that would be pretty bad to have to go that route. Yeah.
My wife says in a public bathroom.
That would be pretty bad. But here's my thing with the airplane though, because if movies have taught us anything, there's always a doctor on an airplane. So I think you'll be okay.
True.
We hope that's all we can do.
Yeah.
I would think maybe at a concert.
Yeah, that would be pretty bad.
But what if you're at a rock concert and you're stuck in a mosh pit and then you end up going into labor and you give birth that way?
That would be bad if you're the person holding them up, because all of a sudden you're like, yeah, your mouth is open, you're screaming, water breaks, splash in the face. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know about that. She would probably drop, and then I'd feel bad because, like I just dropped a pregnant lady on the ground, but she just, yuck in my mouth.
Amniotic fluid is right there.
Oh, man.
The irony of going to a Rancid concert. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah. So imagine explaining that one. So funny story, little Junior. Let me tell you. You went yuck in somebody's mouth when we were doing a mosh pit.
That's how I knew you were special.
That's it. That's it.
That's how I knew you loved music.
That's it.
Oh man, that's funny.
Yeah, that was a good one.
Oh, did he freeze?
I think that's I got a screenshot.
Yeah, I was saying, what a picture to freeze it.
Yeah, I'm snapping this right here. Booyah.
This one.
So this will be day 30 challenge right here. What I can do.
Oh my god, yes. Yes. Oh my gosh, yes. That's funny. I can't wait to see this one. That needs to be his Tinder profile pic.
That's the face of somebody underneath a pregnant woman in a mosh pit. Already give birth.
Oh my god, that's hilarious. He'll probably pop back on here in just a few seconds, but
yeah.
Oh my god, you saved it?
Oh, I'm putting it in our group chat. Fast.
Okay, awesome.
Yeah, sent. It's in there.
Oh man. Oh my god, this is so awesome. I'm gonna leave that on share for the rest of the stream because
hey, I'm all about that. That's for sure.
So if Scott's not coming back, we got him here. I mean, if you guys are watching this, can you please just like
best caption wins?
Caption this, yes.
Yeah, best caption wins a 2 native T-shirt or something.
Hey, we're trying to caption this picture right here. This is also the day 30 challenge for Patrick now.
That's it.
Because it went out and I'm over here listening to you guys talk, so I'm like, okay, it's all good.
This is the face of a guy that's had a few bit to drink at a party, and he's that guy in the corner saying, "Let's go, let's go."
Looking a little bit like Chris Webby here.
That's it.
Yeah, let's go. All right. So
I could also see like a trailer for Never Ending Story Part 3.
About that flying dragon, that dog dragon.
Yeah, Falcor.
That's probably what's gonna happen. That's what we're gonna see for day 30, which actually the 30th of November is my birthday. So there you go.
Oh my gosh.
Whatever.
This is gonna be so beautiful. I can't wait to see this now.
That arm in there. We'll be throwing out some shakas while we're at it. Some freaking confetti.
Dude, I'm so posting this up like the week for your birthday, and every single day I'm gonna smash this button and to share this so much that I want comments and captions every day, dude. I will pay people for the best captions on this photo right here.
This is a picture that they show for Chick-fil-A training.
This was super bad too.
Yeah. Scott looks like he's in church getting it right.
Scott looks like he's in church getting it right with the Lord. Oh my God.
Good times.
Oh
Thanks,
my god.
Brittany. Love it.
Oh my god.
No, this is. He looked like he just let one go. He's waiting for someone to smell it. like the Jim Carrey when he stepped out of the elevator.
Oh
It was
my
me.
This is midnight on December 31st, 2020.
Oh
my
man, there's so much you can do with it.
Dude, I love this. I love this.
I'm excited. Let's
is
see
the
what
brand
comes out.
right here. We're going with this for our logo now.
That's it.
Hey, it's all good. I'll be the face of the brand. We'll go.
Yeah, let's do it.
All right, next one. Would you rather fight an octopus or a squid
I can't
underwater?
stop laughing, dude. I'm sorry. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. My side hurts.
Yeah, it's great.
Okay. Sorry. All right.
We should have a caption contest. Best caption gets a 2S t-shirt.
Yes. I'm
That's
down.
that's
Yeah,
it.
that's just what Patrick said too. So yeah.
So I'd rather have a fight
All
with
right.
an octopus or a squid
Underwater.
underwater. Let's see.
So I'm gonna be
mean-
honest and transparent. I don't know the difference between an octopus and a squid. What is the biggest difference between them?
That's what I was gonna say. Like, I don't know what I think. For one, you wouldn't find me in a situation like that to begin with because I'm on the boat. But because I've seen enough movies that you don't let a black man in any type of dangerous situation. but yeah, no, I think I'd probably just do I would say a squid because I love calamari, so I'd probably just eat it while I was fighting with it.
Yeah, I'm gonna say squid just because I think octopus or octopi or I don't know whatever.
Yeah.
They can blow up in size, can't they? They can become bigger than all kinds of stuff. So
I think so. I don't know. That's tough. That is tough.
I think I would end up. I'd have to go with the squid. So it's one of these interesting questions that it's like, okay, now we're gonna have to go do research because of some crazy stuff here. It's all good though.
That's it. Yeah.
I don't know. I know that Patrick says he's scared of spiders, but like after I heard this story, I was like, that's kind of crazy. So supposedly the story is real. Supposedly, squid or octopus, I think, have like emotional intelligence. And so this security guard talks that every night when he's doing his rounds in the aquarium, that he would throw mint into the tank. And when he went on vacation, the new guy or the guy that was filling in didn't give him the mints, and it happened for like 2 days. And the third day, the octopus was pissed, so he actually crawled out of the tank, saw the mints on the table, grabbed it with the other leg pointed at him, and like crawled back into the tank. And
Nice.
like, that's real. That's the scariest thing I have ever heard in my entire life. Like,
That's pretty crazy.
yeah. So, but apparently they have really high emotional intelligence. I didn't know that. So again, maybe somebody can confirm this.
Yeah.
The story. I don't know. Dude,
Well,
I can't get over this picture. This is awesome.
This looks like he's having fun with an octopus and a squid.
Dude, it kind of feels like he's fist pumping too.
Yeah.
You know, like he's on Jersey Shore. Maybe he's doing like the boxing thing, you know. So, dude, there's so many
It's all good.
man,
I love it. So let's go.
I'm trying to do a caption challenge for Scott. On this.
That's it. That's it.
Do we got one more question or no?
We got a couple more. So this one is what the heck? Do you have a favorite T-shirt? So what's on it, or what does it say?
Man, I have a lot of shirts. So just for fun, because right now my favorite shirt is this scripted shirt. One reason being, not just because I designed it, but I think I mean, two native sons for life, baby.
I love it, man. Um, actually, my favorite shirt is a shirt that says "Defy." You know, because I get people. I show up to business meetings. I show up to one-on-one coffee meetings, and people are like, "What is that? What does that mean?" Right? I had one guy who was like, "What is that?" And I was like, "Oh, it says Defi." And he was like, "What?" I was like, "No." I was like, "It just means Defy." And he's like, "But what does that mean to you?" And I was like, "That means going against the grain." You know, I
Yeah.
was like, I'm not like this person who's looking to cause trouble. I was like, but I am looking. I'm the person who wants to shake things up and get people to think and challenge themselves and step outside the box. So to me, that's what it means. And so, um, and man, that thing's like been through so many laundry washes, and the letters are all crinkling up, and the paint's coming off. But I still love that shirt.
That's nice. That's nice.
What about you? A trade.
I'll have to go with the shirt Patrick's wearing.
Oh.
I don't even know what's going on. Well, what colors do have come? Okay, hey, that's a dude right there that loves life. That's all it is, all right.
Right. Oh man, I love it.
Oh man.
No, he did it. Oh my god, he put the Never Ending Story music on. When
I'm done.
Never Ending Story
I'm done.
comes on, please,
I'm done.
I want you to belt it out, Scott.
I'm done. I'm done.
I'm gonna have to go learn the song now.
Oh my god. Oh, Patrick, that was awesome.
Love it. All right.
Oh boy, my wife's gonna be like, "What the hell?"
Mine too.
You just gotta look at the picture. That's all it is. We're good.
Oh man, I'm blowing this thing up. This thing's going viral.
That's a fact.
This is a meme in the making, dude. This is meme material.
You know what? Let's have Gary put this on a shirt.
That's it.
Oh my gosh, yeah. You think that we're going to be impacting a billion people because we're enriching lives? No, we're impacting billions of people from memeing the heck out of this.
Oh man, this is good. I love it.
Watch this. I'm taking this.
All right. What's the best piece of advice you've ever been given?
Man, best piece of advice was ever given to me. Oh man, there's so many, but it was just it was one of my old school guidance counselors, and he pretty much told me from like, then I just never listened to it, but now that I do, just how like the life that I live is, there's always, no matter what, there's always light at the end of the tunnel. Now, that light at the end of the tunnel might seem far, and no matter how much you walk, no matter how much you run, it might still stay there, but the light is there. No matter what, even if there's a barricade blocking you, you just have to put that extra bit of work just to see that light. Now, you can choose to give up to try to chase that light, or you can keep pushing forward. And from that, it's just like, it's true, because, you might think a door is closed, but if you just open up the other one, there's always light somewhere.
I like that, man.
Yeah.
You or me next?
I'll go. It's real recent and whatnot, but there was a saying from a book, The Buddha and the Badass, and Machine had talked about. He's like, don't be afraid to repel the few, because if you're afraid to repel the few, you're gonna miss out on me. So it's one of those things that kind of goes with everything that I speak on. Is you either love me or you hate me. There's no in between. So it's just one of those things that I'm not fearful, and I don't care what people think. I'm just gonna keep doing what I'm doing. So, and hence the reason that we have the memes coming, which is okay. So I have my face on shirts, and people are like, "Why are you wearing your own face?"
So I think mine says, reach the stars, fly a fantasy, dream a dream, and what you will see will be. Rhymes that keep their secrets will unfold behind the clouds, and there upon a rainbow is the answer to a never-ending story. I literally just read the lyrics from the song. I'm sorry, man. We're trolling you. It sounded good though for a second.
You know, this is all in fun.
Yeah. No, honestly though, like oh my gosh. Oh my god.
Love it.
Oh man. No, in all seriousness, like I think for me, I look back on a conglomerate of different poets. You know, Robert Frost, Poe, even Kobe Bryant was an amazing poet. A lot of people don't realize that. And you know, I think the most encompassing piece was you take a little bit of everything, but ultimately, like what resonated for me, I think, was just capturing the moment, being present in that piece, you know. And so sometimes, or so few often are we in a position where we can really sit back and just kind of see what we have and smile, or maybe understanding that if we're in a moment of vulnerability, a moment of learning, a moment of discontent, to really embrace it, even though it may be hard to do, and using that for the motivation for whatever that next step is, right? Being able to capture that moment and understand and kind of screenshot it for yourself, to be able to unlock whatever that next piece or that next step of your life looks like. And I think sometimes that's really hard to do because we're in our fields, and because maybe it wasn't expectations or the way that we thought things should be. So
Very, very powerful. All right. Would you rather have pizza rolls or pizza bagels?
pizza rolls. 100%.
Pizza rolls. Yeah, that's Pizza
I don't
bagels.
even know who would want pizza bagels.
You know, I
It's
used to like them as a kid.
I'd much rather have everything inside of, so it'd be pizza rolls.
Oh, okay. So this is not quite related, but for some reason, and I haven't had these in years, but I went to look in the frozen pizza aisle. I could not find Totino's pizzas.
Mhm.
Like, I don't know if they still exist.
They're there.
No, dude, they were not in the store.
You got to go to King Supers. I think King Supers has them.
Really? Okay.
I believe. All right, last one. Would you rather give up all drinks except for water, or give up eating anything that was cooked in an oven?
Anything cooked in the oven.
Repeat that one more time.
Would you rather give up all drinks except water, so the only thing you can drink is water, or give up eating anything that was cooked in an oven? So the oven is non-existent. So you have all other cooking options except an oven.
That's tough.
I would say probably I'd give up the eating something in the oven.
I think I would lean toward that too, honestly.
Yeah.
Because, like, you know, water is.
I would.
is good.
I already do it. So
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I don't mind cooking on a grill.
That's
You
it.
know, I don't mind
You
cooking
got
on.
an air fryer. Air fryer does magics.
Yeah, you got crock pots. But I love like tea. I love lemonade. I love all kinds of stuff. You know, I know a lot of it
Yeah.
is water based and stuff, but yeah, I like a variety when it comes to drinks. So
Yeah. Indeed.
I would just go with nothing but water. So
I know you would because you already do it pretty
all
much.
right. Yeah, I already do it anyway, so it's not like I'm doing anything different.
Right. All right, last question. Let's close this out with a bang. Never ending story.
That was
I wish I had that queued up for you, Patrick. I'm sorry.
That's all right. That's all right. No, last question. Let's go.
love you guys.
Love you too, man.
Do man.
Hold on here. Let's see here. All right. So, would you rather live in the fantasy world of Lord of the Rings as a hobbit, or live in an unknown world of Star Wars as a Jedi who must fight?
Oh, Star Wars Jedi. Sorry. I'm Star Wars till I die. So I'll be a Jedi. Thank you very much.
You know, I love both lores. I love both the storylines, and you know, I look at like I'm weird when I look at movies because I worked on film a little bit. I'm a little judgy at certain points, but if I can get immersed in a fantasy or to a storyline, I will. So I think I look back and I'm like, I want to see all the other stories that other hobbits have, right? On one hand, because the Frodo story that they told and the way that they did it was so good, and they could expand on that. They did such a good job in the movies, also expanding, you know, to give them their individual personalities as the movies evolved. But honestly, who doesn't want to be a badass with a lightsaber and force abilities? So I definitely have to go lightsaber and Jedi for sure.
Yeah, because Patrick, you don't want to be a hobbit, all right? You already lived kind of that lifestyle. You need to grow some, okay?
Yeah,
Be a
yeah.
Jedi.
I was gonna say, plus it would be nice, you know, if we can add some height to this too. So,
But you got Yoda. That was you got Yoda as part of that clan too. So
That's
Yoda's
true.
a
That's
short
true.
little guy.
true.
That's true. That's
I mean,
true. And I mean that would fit perfectly for Patrick because he's wise, he's smart, he's intelligent. You know, so
man, we all get '80s reference characters now. I like
that's it. That's it. That's it. Maybe I should screen
That would be
capture
a
this
Jedi.
and
So
make you look into a Yoda.
it. Oh man, the on day 31 you can do that.
Nice.
What about you?
non-existent. Never ever.
Are you a hobbit
I'd
or
be
are
a
you
Jedi. I'm a Jedi. You already know. I'm already talking about punching people in the face anyway. So just give me a saber. We'll be good.
True, true. And you do have like you have that fear or that lack of fear, I should say, already too. So that would make you a great Jedi.
That's
Makes it
funny.
easy.
Yeah. Man, this has been probably the funnest. You know, I say that every week, but it just gets better and better and better every week. Because I think I said this last week. I was like, man, that was the most fun I've ever had, and then here I am, like, my side hurts from laughing. So this was the most fun I've ever had, like on this stream. So, man, Patrick, thank you again, man, for not only just your willingness to come on. I know we're taking away time from you and the family. You know, I know that's a sacrifice that my family makes every week as well. So again, I'm super thankful and grateful. Real quickly, just with it being Thanksgiving, name some of the things that maybe you're thankful for.
Man, one and always, I'm always thankful for God for blessing me with another day. But man, I wouldn't be anywhere without my family and my loved ones, man. Like, my beautiful girl Brittany, her and her lovely family brought me in and helped me out through a lot. And it's just like I said, my family, man. Like, nothing means more to me than family. Like, it's just like you can always replace friends. You can always replace acquaintances, but one thing you can never really truly replace is the love and the bond that you have with your family. So
Yeah,
that's so I'd have to say that.
Love it, man. Awesome, man. Dude, it's always a fun time hanging out with you. No matter how long or how short it is, but we're super grateful for you and um, man, just let us know what we can do. To help support you as you move forward, and hopefully this is a good opportunity for other people to realize the importance of the challenges. Being able to do something because it again allows you to be persistent and consistent and try to master some of those skills. So hopefully, those who did watch and tune in, that you got a chance and opportunity to kind of really understand that. And that was really the basis of showing, that even in 18 days, the skill set had already increased so much. You know what I mean? So thank you so much, man, for your time and your talent. Scott, anything that you have in closing?
We're gonna have another one.
I'm just excited to do this every week. Looks like the Wi-Fi. Yeah, well, there we go. I enjoy it. So every week's a great time. Shout out tomorrow. We'll be at Carefree Bar and Grill doing a live stream there. So let's go.
Guys, thank you so much for hanging out with us, and we'll catch you next week.